Hello there, my name is Malika and I love to talk about movies, and today is the perfect opportunity to talk about the perfect 4th of July movie, Independence Day. This movie was released in 1996, and let me tell you, there is an extreme difference in how united our country was back then versus now. It is so enormous. I can't imagine now what happened in the theater actually happening. When I was in that theater in 1996, it was the 4th of July weekend, and the entire theater cheered when we won against the aliens. When the United States and everyone around the world defeated this alien race trying to take over the planet. It was such a beautiful moment. We were all united, and that sort of thing just isn't going to happen anymore, I feel like. So that's a really sad thing to think about. There was also a really big moment in this movie when the Statue of Liberty gets taken down and it's falling into the ocean. The entire theater was just quiet. You could feel the enormity of this situation with everybody. We were all so together at that point. It was so different than it is now. But anyways, let's get to the movie. This is a movie with Will Smith in his prime, of course, and he is so funny. He is married to Vivica A. Fox, and she is an exotic dancer. He is a fighter pilot. There's also the story of the president, played by Bill Pullman, and he is a very young president, and he's got his young family and his wife. Then there's the story of Jeff Goldblum, who is this kind of tree hugger who is super, super smart, and the story with Randy Quaid, who is this small town guy, and he's a crop duster, and he has a story that he was abducted by aliens a long time ago. But of course, the whole town just thinks he's some crazy guy. So now he's just a drunk. He's the town drunk. There's a lot of different stories that end up all converging into one. Now, the way the aliens are found out is this radio tower picks up a signal that's obviously not from Earth, and it's Jeff Goldblum who figures out that this is a countdown. A countdown, they don't know what until a building gets blown up by one of the ships. And of course, after that happens, everyone is panicking. So Will Smith and his wife wake up without knowing what's going on. They go outside and they see everyone just fleeing. Everyone is packing up their car. Everyone in the neighborhood is just leaving. They don't know what's going on. And he finds out that he has to go into work. Now, Jeff Goldblum's character, he has an ex-wife that works in the White House. So he is trying to contact her for her to tell the president that there's a countdown going on. And they do figure this out just in the nick of time because the alien ship takes out the White House. Now, the people are leaving just in the nick of time, including the president's wife, who was on a helicopter at this time. But the helicopter does crash. And at one point, that's where Vivica's story and her story kind of converge. Now, after Will Smith goes into work, they are trying to take down these little ships, but they're realizing that they have a force field. But, of course, Will Smith is able to take one of them out with his awesome maneuvering skills. And this is one of the funniest parts of the movie. He is dragging this alien through the desert. He is complaining the whole time, "This is my weekend off. I could have been at a barbecue. And what is that smell?" It was such a funny moment in that movie. And that's where the Randy Quaid character and him converge, because Randy Quaid pulls up in his camper and picks him up, and they go to Roswell, Area 51. Now, he brings in this alien that he thinks is dead, but they find out it's an exoskeleton type thing. And when they open it, the alien takes the scientist and is speaking through the scientist, and the president asks him for peace. But what the alien says through the scientist is no peace. All they want is the Earth's resources. So obviously they are a threat and they have to take them out. Well, the president decides that they have to nuke the big mothership that's up in space. So they do, and it doesn't do anything because there's a giant force field around this big ship. So Jeff Goldblum's character realizes that they have to implant a virus to stop everything and shut it all down. But in order to do that, they have to fly inside the mothership. So him and Will Smith's character fly into the mothership. Now, there are so many funny moments that are happening throughout this entire movie. And also moments that you feel it with the whole theater. Like, oh my gosh, they're taking out these important monuments. So it was such a fun movie theater experience back in the 90s. Now, of course, they are asking for as many helpers as they can get. Randy Quaid's character is a pilot, so he's one of the ones that helps, and also the president was in the military, so he helps as well. But before he gets on his ship, the president, Bill Pullman, gives this incredible speech. It was one of these beautiful moments again in our history where he was saying the 4th of July is no longer known as an American holiday. It's for the entire world to celebrate our Independence Day. And I mean, people cheered. It was such a beautiful speech, and again, that sort of thing just wouldn't happen nowadays. Now, Randy Quaid's character has a very, very funny moment when he is saving a bunch of people and he flies into the ship to make sure that this big beam doesn't take out another building. And he says, "Hey boys, I'm back." So he really was abducted by these aliens. He never really was crazy. No one just believed him. This movie really is an incredible movie. It's acted really well. It's directed really well. The script is fantastic. There's so many funny moments and also so many heartwarming moments. And wouldn't it be great if our country and the whole world were united again the way we used to be back then? Before we knew some of the things that we know now. It's much better to be blissful sometimes, at least while we're watching a movie. And that's why I love watching movies so much. We can completely forget about all the crap going on with the world and just be entertained. Now, you may like that movie or you may not, but I do hope you enjoy these Movie Chat Mondays. If you do, make sure you subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up so YouTube knows you want to see next Mondays. Bye.